Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in an Earth sign. Basically motivated by material needs and practicality. Recharges energy through working with the physical world, being productive, and feeding the senses. Sun in Virgo. Directs creative energy analytically and with discrimination. Motivated by a need to be helpful, to be of service in a tangible way. Radiates intelligence and clean-edged vitality. Attunement of soul to essential values, service, and constant need to improve oneself. Humble, unassuming sense of individuality can interfere with public recognition. The moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in air signs. Reacts to changing experiences with forethought and objective evaluation. Feels comfortable with self when expressing ideas and interacting socially. Moon in Aquarius. Reacts unpredictably, eccentrically, and with detached objectivity. Feels secure when exercising complete freedom of ideas, self-expression, and innovation. Responds individualistically, based on sense of self as unique, altruistic, and socially conscious. Needs to interact socially in order to feel emotionally centered and right about self. Nurtures others by encouraging their freedom and feels supported when given complete autonomy in return. A need for emotional independence can cause alienation from one's true feelings and aloofness towards the sensitivities of others. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Aquarius. Progressive. Can bring difficult lessons through erratic and ill-considered actions. Good minds, but erratic and unstable. Much originality of thought if it can get out of rigid thought patterns. A very cold-feeling nature because of not understanding the other fellow's needs. Aquarius is a mental sign, not emotional at all. Feelings are cramped and limited, and do not operate freely. A strong selfishness behind a friendly manner. Often has arthritic conditions in later life due to rigid will and crystallizations of emotions. In a male chart, attracts a fixed and stable partner that cannot be pushed but can be coaxed. Sun-Moon Alchemy, the elemental combinations of the sun sign and the moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian, 1994. Each sun-moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a fire-earth combination refers equally to sun-fire, moon-earth, as it does to sun-earth, moon-fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. Earth-air combinations. This combination produces a productive, rational personality which can be both innovative and efficient. The challenge of being up in the air and down to earth at the same time is that of bringing together abstract thought with the nitty-gritty issues of getting on in the world. These two elements combine easily and make for a clear-headed, objective, and scientific approach. This is the temperament of the practical idealist who observes, thinks, plans a course of action, and then acts. American President John F. Kennedy, with his Sun in Gemini and Moon in Virgo, is an example of this combination and expresses the lunar instinct to give service to a rational, well-considered ideal in his famous injunction, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." When the sun is in earth and the moon is in air, the conscious, rational impulse is to get to grips with reality, to build, consolidate, and organize with the logical instinct to make one's efforts as humane and far-reaching as possible. There's often a dry sense of humor and a capacity to use language with adroit accuracy. The late American poet Carl Sandburg, Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Aquarius, had a talent for using colloquialisms, which is characteristic of this combination, and his view of slang expresses this down-to-earth communicative ability. Slang is a language that rolls up its sleeves, spits on its hands, and goes to work. Shadow. The earth-air individual is adept at mastering the mundane world, learning how things work and then applying their knowledge in many different and normally useful ways. They can, however, easily lose touch with the less quantifiable things of life, such as emotions. When this happens, they risk the danger of becoming dry as dust and stuck in the pragmatic, cost-effective, scientific approach. Relationships. This type enjoys communicating and being helpful, and tends to get on well with most people at a practical, social level. They will find predominantly fire and water types either alien or fascinating, but either way, the latter would enable the earth-air person to contact the more mysterious and emotional, irrational parts of their personality. The earth-air individual seeks rational rapport in a relationship, and they're very supportive and adaptable, but they need help in learning how to discover and share their feelings. Male versus female. This is a very androgynous combination, encouraging both the supportive skills associated with natural female roles and the intellectual skills of the male. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology. Copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Aquarius. Probing mind. You have a passion for adventure and excitement. Your activities and interests are made for the scientific and the conceptual, as well as people and social campaigns, especially the uncharted and the unfamiliar. This is because the logical and careful Virgo has a humanitarian and visionary Aquarian moon that is creative and curious. This means your dreams and ambitions are both extensive and offbeat. Mentally and spiritually, you are a maverick and a pace setter, but like most Virgos, you might reside and work in a conformist setting. Your faraway look makes you different from other natives of your sign and suggests shenanigans and revolt, even though you may look in some ways like a mild-mannered Virgo. Your quick motions and gestures show your need for diversity, no matter how reserved and careful you may appear to some. You enjoy observing others from afar and are objective and quite insightful. Your feelings about people are amazingly on target and they fascinate you. There are occasions when those around you feel more like objects in a scientific test than real friends, because you are so objective and detached. You treat everyone with thoughtfulness and deference. Your real fondness is usually just for social causes, ideals, or scientific projects. You think that love embraces all of humanity, not just a few. You need a lot of freedom and autonomy on the job in order to stay content and concerned. Your combination is perfect for scientific success. Besides technological pursuits, you can do well in education, psychology, social activism, and unusual areas like astrology and the occult. Your talent of detaching yourself from things is perfect for humane pursuits such as nursing, medicine, and the clergy. You mostly feel a strong connection with charitable and humanitarian undertakings in general. As with all Virgos, work is extremely important to you, but enchantment is the key to your combination. You instantly become restless and perplexed if drudgery or boredom sets in. Specialization is the nature of this combination. You are primarily interested in mastering one thing, even though your pursuits and dreams involve a broad and creative spectrum. There is no stopping your dedication once you have discovered the area that interests you most, because you have the logical strengths and accuracy of the Virgo, as well as the innovation and pioneering spirit of the Aquarian. Notes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Aquarius. Your greatest strengths. Great powers of detached observation and impartial analysis. Shrewd intelligence. Idealistic social concerns and conscientious dedication to work. Quiet dignity and respect for the dignity of all. Your greatest weaknesses. Over-fastidious eye and tendency to focus on black and white facts. Proneness to distance yourself from others and from your own feelings. To overinvest in perfection and thus to remain pessimistic, unsatisfied, and lonely. Images for integration. Staring into a microscope, a scientist sees the past and future writ large. Aliens land and embark on building a new and improved world order.